Hey Taurus, this is your reading for the month of July. The way I like to do this is I start with, sorry, I need to make sure this is on. Okay, I start with a vision I had for you during my meditation time beforehand, and then tarot and oracle cards as guided from there. I am doing things a little bit differently at this point. I'm going to be doing kind of an energy check for your energy and then energy of what you're coming up against or confronting, or just what's coming at you right now. It doesn't have to be negative, and it doesn't have to be outside. It can just be, it's shifting into you, whatever. And then I'll pull cards as far as game plan and action steps in order to, how to handle things for the month of July, as far as that goes. This is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate for all of you. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Also, I'll go ahead and put in the description below, I'll put the decks I used. And I'll put a link where you can check out the rest of your birth chart and for free, and that way you'll be able to know, because this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Mercury, Mars, and Venus, but a lot of times even just Sun, Moon, and Rising are really prominent placements in your chart. So if you have Taurus in those places, it can be really beneficial for you. This reading is. And then that way, whenever you check your chart on that website, you can look at other signs in your chart and any of those other readings I have for this month. And that way you can get a more clear picture of your reading for this month. Trying to make sure if I'm forgetting anything. Don't believe I am. So let's get started. The vision I had for you was like stringing a bracelet with kind of like childlike beads, like kids' beads usually, and then some are bow shaped and they make it kind of hard to grasp the others. For some reason, that was what I was noticing, or also gauge the shape and size of what's needed next. So in order to know like what you need next or how many more beads you need, it was making it hard to gauge. So yes, because I was stringing beads for you apparently. So let's get started with the energy portion of the reading. So basically what you're gonna be coming in with and what you're encountering. Spirit, God, universe, what message do you have for Taurus in regards to the vision so far, what they need to know for the month of July, and what are they coming in with energy-wise, and what they're encountering, like all this stuff about energy. What do you have to show Taurus? Spirit, God, universe. What do you have to show Taurus? Okay, so we do 2 and 3, 2 and 4. Okay, so 2, Ace of Cups. Hopefully you guys can see this because I know there's some shine. Okay, it should be good. Okay, Ace of Cups, Page of Coins, King of Swords, King of Coins, Magician, and Page of Swords. So Ace of Cups is like basically potential or a new relationship. Some of you guys might be dealing with a new relationship, a new connection, an emotional release. I do feel like there's a kind of a wandering around it. So maybe you guys are kind of skirting around things. Maybe, I mean, this is new. That is part of Ace of Cups. But maybe it's kind of also like, you're kind of in the process of trying to navigate things. And while still paying attention to potential for, you know, is this going to work, whether it's in the relationship itself or just in general in yourself? Is this going to work financially, materially? Like, how does this play out? Also, you might be dealing, I feel like, with a child, maybe they have a child, or you have a child, and you're trying to see, or even you guys both have kids and you're trying to see how things work together the way you guys are in this situation. Some of you may be also dealing with an inner child situation where it's like, you might be, I feel like for some of you, there might be a situation where you have to deal with some inner child wounds and inner child beliefs and issues. Like, there's like this, okay, you need to deal with this energy in this, and at least in this picture, in order to free up this flow of abundance, finances, material, all that stuff. As far as what you're coming against, or not against, up to, I guess, is it's authority in the mental and verbal. So it's this energy. I do feel like it's kind of maybe a person in your life that's kind of just putting their foot down and trying to set down boundaries. But they're also, I mean, if this is a person, wow, this is a heavy person. Not heavy, but like a heavy hitter. You know, they may be like a boss, you know. It's generally King of Coins can be authority as far as in, you know, financial. It's kind of a like investor person. So you might be dealing with, you know, parental figures, or, you know, what is it called? What is it? Investors. I literally just said that. Okay, whatever. That's the word I was looking for. Apparently it took forever to find. Maybe dealing with investors, parental figures, something like that, where it's like they're the bottom line, they're the word, they're trying to put their foot down as far as what they want, what they expect. And they kind of, I want to say for you guys, some of you guys, they hold this cash flow. It doesn't mean you can't get cash flow otherwise, but what you've been working with, they would like to feel like they hold that power, they hold that intention. And they do. I mean, they have the ability, this energy that you're coming up against has the ability to work all these angles. I mean, that's what the Magician is about, is the ability. It doesn't necessarily mean they're using it. So this person has all this, but some of them, it might be like in a quiet manner. They might be putting their foot down verbally, but they might not be totally showing their power that they have. Instead, they might be coming in as well, I don't know what to do. I'm not sure what we're working with. I'm not sure, you know, let me ask questions. Let me ask questions and try to research more, try to figure out everything that's expected here before I move. But this is the energy they have. They just might not be moving. And this could also be the romantic person. This could be like this person that you're dealing with, and this connection is like boom, but you don't see them moving much and they're taking things slow. So for those of you dealing with a new romance situation, that's could very well be it. Or like I said, it could be a situation where this is like an investor, parental figure, something like that, and they're kind of holding their tongue, or at least they look like they're holding their tongue, but really what they're doing is they're waiting, and they're trying to make sure everything is or isn't as it should be before they're trying to figure out the whole situation and what's expected and what's not before they fully unleash what they have inside. Let me see if there's anything intuitively I see in that. And some of you guys may be dealing with both two parental figure situations. like one person here and one person here, and then like this is what they're acting like. It does feel like very like solid other energy. I don't feel like this is just energy. I feel like it's people. Excuse me. As far as the theme of all this, the something of coins, the 6 of coins. So it's a matter of giving. So again, it's where are you giving your energy to? If these are investors, where are they giving their energy to? Where are you giving your energy to? Like, is this going to pan out? Either if this is a kid, or even if this is just a new business situation or a new partnership, or just wanting to know if the relationship with this person would financially be advisable for you. You know, like, I mean, do they have the same beliefs about things as you do? Do they have the same work ethic? That sort of thing. You know, it's a matter of where are you giving to? What are you giving to? It's like very, yeah. I mean, a lot of this is swords, cups, but then 2 coins cards and this coins card. So you guys may be really trying to figure out, like, how does this have physical potential? Like, can this actually pan out in the long run, in the material? Like, is this going to work for you guys? So yeah. And then as far as the game plan here, what is the game plan for Taurus? Taurus, you're skirting around this. You're trying to figure out, you know, is this it? Is this going to work? Again, like I said, some of you, this isn't a romantic situation, but those of you that are, that's what it is. Those of you that aren't, it could be even just a relationship. It could be a new passion, a new activity, a new thing. And you're just like, a new passion that like unloads emotions, or, you know, allows you to express emotions. And you're like, does this work for me? Is this going to happen? And then you got these investors like, got to get this to us. What are you working on? You know, that type of energy. Yeah. Yeah, so Spirit Guide Universe, what is Taurus, his game plan for the month of July? What does Taurus need to know for the month of July as far as their game plan? What is the game plan here? Action steps. What steps do they need to take? Like just 3 cards. 3, 4. Oh, 4 cards. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So, Page of Swords. This new idea, new concept, new belief, could be new speaking out, you know, or just the potential of messenger coming by, coming through, showing you, you know, this is how things are going. This is what's going on. I don't feel like it's this kind of Page of Swords. I feel like this is actually someone communicating and holding a lot of energy. So yeah, so you need to be doing that. You need to communicate, hold a lot of energy, maybe even, you know, lay down the law as far as like if there's legal documents, you know, you need to maybe go through those and make sure, you know, cross your T's, dot your I's, check what's going on, check what's expected of you. There's a lot of messengers here. So yeah. But I mean, also there's an element of, I feel like for some of you need to grieve. If there's a loss or even if there's a growth, you need to be honest with yourself in your grief process, that you may be, some of you need the grief, need to grieve, need to process. And some of you, it's a situation where you need to be honest with yourself that you have been grieving and you have been focusing on the negative instead of seeing that there are still some options full and there's still some things going forward. So be honest with yourself. Where are you? That way you'll be able to have more authority in the mental and verbal and thought pattern realm. You'll be able to clear your headspace. You'll be able to act more clearly. Maybe after that, you'll be able to actually bring these things forward, or, you know, have this energy come forward, or even, you know, see eye to eye here. And it'll be this new potential for this new beginning, this new financial beginning, not just, you know, that beginning, but also it'll come to fruition as far as the material and financial. I feel like, again, growth. Some of you guys might be growing some businesses, like with plants or something like that. But in general, it'll be this new growth. It's after you allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to see things clearly, to look at the logistics of things. So Spirit Guide Universe. Oh, wait. And then as far as, yeah, again, you're stringing a bracelet with childlike beads. Again, childlike beads. So the beads you're putting on, you're like, okay, there's a kid in this. What does that mean? What's needed next? If there's a kid, say the beads, like the childlike beads, the bows, or like some girl or, you know, whatever, some kids or some child mentalities maybe even. And you're like, well, can I keep, okay, for those of you that don't have kids and this isn't a kid situation, it's basically you have these childlike beads and those are concepts, I guess, parts of yourself, and you're like, can I still fit this in? And then if I have this part in this bracelet I'm creating, this thing I'm creating, this connection I'm creating, if I have this in, what else can fit and what can't fit, and how many of what else, right? If you're dealing with a kid in the mix, you're like, okay, this kid's coming in, this like connection you're making, like, okay, so if this kid comes in, is this gonna fit? Is this gonna work? Is this all working? Like, is this all work all together, even with the kid? So yes, some of you guys are dealing with a situation where you're trying to look at a relationship or a new idea, a new connection, and saying, is this work for the kids? Does this work for you with the kid? Can you be a good parent with the kid? That sort of thing. What is the general theme of this part? Is the Seven of Swords. You need to do it anyways. Seven of Swords can be seen as like a stealing card, but also it can be seen as you go and do what you're supposed to do, whether you have the support or not. So again, your support, if this works for the kid, is not just reliant on this other person or this connection. It's you being there for the kid as it is, and then from there seeing things clearly. You've dealing with things that you need to deal with, even if you have to steal the time to grieve, to go through it, to go through your processes so that you can be everything you need to be. So whether you're supported in that grief or not, you need to, I mean, some of you need to find support if you need to grieve, but I mean, you might not be supported in the company that you currently keep. They might not be understanding of it. It might be beyond their heads. That's sort of thing. Like, regardless, it's not about that. It's about no matter who supports it or who doesn't, you are your own advocate. So, Spirit Guide Universe, what message do you have for Taurus for the month of July? As far as the reading and the message goes so far, what do you have for Taurus? What does Taurus need to know? Let's see. What does Taurus need? Okay, I guess that's what Taurus needs. Let's see. Taurus needs... Well, it says, okay, death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Exactly. So if there's something grieving here, there's no problem to actually grieve it. Some of you guys, of course, again, like I said, you need to understand that it's time to get back up. But some of you guys need to actually allow yourself that process. But regardless, know that again, like I said, and like it said, you know, it's a new beginning. It's not just an end. There's a new beginning here. You just have to rearrange your thought process. You have to put down your boundaries in yourself and with others as well. Thoughts and words in yourself. Or thoughts in yourself, words in others, words in yourself too, I guess. So that you can actually come to this new beginning. So I hope that resonated for you guys, Taurus. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, and feel free to share this if it resonated for you, if you feel led to, even if you know someone that's not a Taurus fully, like in their main, as far as you know. Like I said, as far as like with doing the whole birth charts and stuff, this might still resonate for people that you might not know are actual sun sign Tauruses or whatever they are. But yeah, that helps my channel grow. And if you don't already subscribe, also, I would suggest you do. That way you don't miss out on any of my new content. And I do weekly pickup piles as well. So that's another option there. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much.